Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Heidi from My Reading Life, and I'm here today to film a review video for the Book Naturalist Book Club for our December pick. And that book was this novel, A History of Wild Places by Shea Ernshaw. And Shea Ernshaw is an American author who has written 5 novels, and this book takes place in Northern California, and I believe that she is from the Pacific Northwest, or a lot of her books are at least set in the Pacific Northwest area. So this is a mystery novel. I would actually call this more of like maybe a psychological mystery. It is really thought-provoking and twisty-turny. Let me give you a brief synopsis. So the book opens, we're following a man named Travis Wren. He has a talent for finding missing people. He gets hired to look for this missing author. She's disappeared. Her name is Maggie St. James. She's the author of a very popular children's book series, but it's a very dark fairy tale-esque series, and it seems that this book series has encouraged children to wander out into the wilderness to try to find the setting of the books that she has written about, and she has since disappeared. And so her family hires Travis Wren to try to find her. In the process of looking for her, he himself goes missing. A few years later, some folks living in a community in sort of like off the grid type of a situation called Pastoral. One of the members of this group, Theo, finds Travis's missing truck. And in the process of finding this truck, he and his wife's sister start to sort of unravel the secrets of their community. So this community, which like nobody really knows anything about, it's way off in the woods. They don't interact with the outside world at all. They police their own members to like keep them inside the community, inside the compound. And they're very much like off the grid, living off the land, that sort of a situation. So you're getting that story of Theo and his wife Calla and her sister Bee, and then, trying to figure out what's happened to Travis and Maggie. So I found this to be quite engrossing. I sat down to read this a day or so ago, and I read the whole thing in 24-hour period. So it definitely holds your attention. I think like I said, it's quite dark and psychological, although there is a little bit of violence in here. It's not like gory violence. It is not like this isn't Stephen King levels of darkness in the story, but it is definitely bad things do happen within the story. So just be aware of that. This is not cozy mystery at all, I wouldn't say. And I think that the author's description of the forest and what it's like to live in a community where you're really dependent on the land, and you're living without sort of modern conveniences. So like without, anything that you would buy at like Walmart or whatever, like you have to make everything yourself. You have to repair the things that you have in order to keep those things useful, to, like extend the useful life of those things. All of that is done really well. And it's very much given a creepy overtone to everything. So it's like very fairy tale-esque in the setting of the story. So like everything is very, the woods are dark and the trees are written sort of with a sinister type of description and that sort of thing. So yeah, very much vibes of fairy tales or dark fables or that sort of thing. But I was kept guessing. I thought I had figured out what was going on about halfway through, and that was not the case. I had not figured it out, and I was surprised by the ending. And I was satisfied by the ending. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this one. And if you like a sort of mystery that's not, to me, this was not a very, what's the word I want? This wasn't a very typical mystery. I don't read a whole ton of mysteries, but I do read some, and this was not very typical for me at all. So I very much enjoyed the unique aspects of this one. I enjoyed the sort of focus on nature that was part of this book as well. So that's what we read for the month of December. So that concludes all of our books that we had planned to read for 2024. And we will be starting our new year with our new picks. I will link the video down below that is the list of all the books we'll be reading in 2025. But in January, we will be rereading the very first book that we ever read for the book club, and that is World of Wonders, In Praise of Fireflies, Whale Sharks, and Other Astonishments by Aimee Nezhukumatathil. And this book is a delight. This book is so lovely. It is a collection of essays all about different amazing animals around the world, and then Aimee Nezhukumatathil's connection with those plants and animals in her life and with her family. And I just found these to be beautifully written, interesting, informative, and really cozy and heartwarming in some places. So yeah, very much enjoyed this when I read it the first time around, so I'm looking forward to rereading it again in January. I hope you will join us in checking this one out. If you didn't read it the first time around, now's a great opportunity. The book's been out for several years, and so you should be able to get yourself a copy of it in paperback or visit your library or whatever, and hopefully you will find time to join us for World of Wonders. I hope that you're all doing well. I hope the end of your December is going swimmingly. I hope you've found some great books to read, and I will talk to you later.